Quotes from Foyle's Philavery, a treasury of unusual words. Advowson, a noun, in English ecclesiastical law. The right to nominate a member of the Anglican clergy for a vacant benefice, or the right to make the appointment. The word is pronounced Advowson, with a stress on the second syllable. Edicule, a noun, in architecture. 1. A doorway, window frame, or niche in a wall treated as if it were a building, for example, by framing the opening with flanking columns, a pediment, etc. 2. A miniature reproduction of a larger feature of a structure for ornamental purposes. The word is derived from the Latin edicula, meaning a small house or room. Afflatus, a noun. Inspiration, especially a divinely inspired creative impulse. The word is derived from the Latin afflare, to breathe on, conjuring up a gloriously literal image for the ancient concept of divine inspiration. It is pronounced afflatus, with a stress on the second syllable. Agonic, an adjective, having or making no angle. Agriology, a noun, the description or study of the customs of primitive peoples. Agrypnia, a noun. 1. Wakefulness, sleeplessness. 2. A vigil before certain church festivals, especially in the Greek Orthodox Church. I think there are a few of us who suffer from agrypnia. The word is pronounced not agrypnia, yes it is, agrypnia, with a stress on the second syllable. Agdoscot, a noun, a final payment for a crop, wool, clip, etc., made to its members by a farmers' cooperative society or similar body, being the difference between the total amount due to them and the advance payment already received. The word is derived from Afrikaans agte, meaning after, and voor, scot, meaning payment. Ailurophobia, Ailurophobia, a noun, an abnormal fear of cats. Ailurophobia. Aleatory or aleatoric, an adjective. 1. Depending on chance or on certain contingencies, as in an aleatory contract. 2. In music, involving the random choice of notes by the performer. This word, reflecting the principles of randomness, appropriately takes its derivation from the Latin aleator, meaning dice player, from alea, a die. And my stomach has decided to join in. Alum broth, a noun, an obsolete term for mercury ammonium chloride used as a flux for metals. The origins of this evocative word are disappointingly unknown. Also known as sal alum broth, it was believed by alchemists to be the salt of wisdom. Algol, capital Algol, a noun. 1. The second brightest star in the constellation Perseus, an eclipsing binary also called Beta Persei. 2. A high-level computer programming language that uses algorithms mainly for solving mathematical and scientific problems. The name of the variable star Algol is believed to be derived from the Arabic al-Ghul, meaning demon or mischief maker, suggesting that Arab scholars may have been aware of the waxing and waning of the star's light even before the invention of the telescope. The second meaning of Algol is less romantically derived from algorithmic language. Alliaceous, an adjective, relating to plants of the Allium genus, which includes onions, leeks, garlic, and chives, and particularly their taste or smell. Allograph, a noun. 1. A variant shape of a letter, for example, in different typefaces or handwriting. 2. A letter or group of letters that represents a particular sound. 3. treatment of disease with remedies that have an opposite effect to the symptoms, the opposite of homeopathy. Alopecia, a noun, the partial or complete absence of hair from parts of the body where it usually grows, as a result of old age, for example, baldness or disease. The word is derived from the Greek word alopecia, which has the surprising meaning of fox mange. Alpargata or alpargate, a noun, a type of sandal or light canvas shoe with a plaited fibre sole and espadrille. The word is pronounced alpargata with the stress on the third syllable. Alphameric, an adjective, consisting of letters and words containing alphabetical, numerical, and other symbols. The word is a variant of the more familiar alphanumeric. Alula, a noun, a group of small feathers that grows on the first digit of the wing of some birds. This pleasing little word is a diminutive of the Latin ala, meaning wing, and refers to the point on modern birds' wings, which corresponds with a mammal's thumb. This flight control device is also less pleasingly known as a bastard or spurious wing. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce this. Let's have a go. Amanuensis, Amanuensis. Perhaps amanuensis. A noun, a secretary or more usually a literary assistant who writes from dictation or copies manuscripts. A pretty musical sounding word which is derived from the Latin servus, amanas, servant and handwriting, and the ending enesis, belonging to. Despite the reference to servants and belonging, it is a word which reminds me of my efficient, trustworthy, and utterly indispensable secretaries, and one which I would like to see brought back to wider use. Amatorious, an adjective, amatory, relating to sexual love or desire. Anabiosis, a noun, one in biology, a state of suspended animation or greatly reduced metabolic activity in which vital signs become imperceptible. 2. Revival from such a death-like condition. Although I find this a useful term to describe the lethargic tendencies of certain teenagers of my acquaintance, its proper use refers to a more useful state of suspended animation, one into which some animals and plants fall, enabling them to survive long periods of extreme temperatures or drought. The word is derived from the Greek ana, up or back, and bios, life. Anadromous. I'm not sure how this. Anadromous. That's it. An adjective of fish swimming up rivers from the sea in order to spawn in fresh water. The word is pronounced anadromous, with the stress on the second vowel, second syllable even. Anbury or ambury, a noun. 1. A spongy tumour or wart on horses or oxen. 2. A disease affecting the roots of turnips. Ancona, a noun. An altarpiece usually consisting of several pictures or painted panels connected by an architectural structure, such as a frame. Androconium, a noun. One of the scales on the wings of certain male moths and butterflies, which emits a smell attractive to females of the species. Andrology, a noun. The branch of medicine specializing in men's health, especially urological problems and the reproductive system. Anemetropism. Well, that was a lot. Anemetropism, Anemetropism, a noun. Movement or growth in response to wind and air currents. The word is derived from the Greek anemos, wind, and tropos, turning. Anenterous, an adjective, stomach or intestine. Anglet, a noun, a small gold coin equivalent to half an angel, not sure. The anglet circulated in England and subsequently in Britain from the late 15th century until the early 17th century. The angel coin, I believe it's angel, was so called because its inscription showed the archangel Saint Michael slaying a dragon. It is pronounced angelet, with the stress on the first syllable. Annelid, a noun, types of invertebrates such as earthworms, leeches, etc. that have long, soft bodies made up of ring-like segments. Anthropogeny, a noun, the study of the origin or evolution of the human race. The word is derived from the Greek anthropos, human being, and genesis, development. Anthropophagy, yes, a noun, the practice of eating human flesh, cannibalism. Antigroplos, noun, waterproof leggings or gaiters worn